In a world where weapons proliferate, few can rival the destructive might of one invention that altered history forever. In this captivating video, we delve into the life of J.Robert Oppenheimer, the genius mind behind the most potent weapon known to humanity. Welcome to Unseen History, and this is Oppenheimer's moral dilemma explored. Step into the life of Oppenheimer as we unveil the story behind the development of the atomic bomb. A tale of brilliance, power, and a quest for peace. It all began on April 22, 1904, in bustling New York City, where young Oppenheimer was born to a family that valued education. As he grew, his brilliance became evident during his school years. Math and science were his playgrounds, and he tackled them with insatiable enthusiasm, setting him apart as an extraordinary mind. Enrolling at Harvard University, Oppenheimer immersed himself in a spectrum of subjects, nurturing his insatiable thirst for understanding. But it was in England's Cambridge Cavendish Laboratory, under the guidance of renowned physicists, that he witnessed the wonders of theoretical physics. This newfound knowledge would prove instrumental in the development of the atomic bomb. Returning to the United States, Oppenheimer pursued his PhD at the California Institute of Technology, where he dedicated himself to research and collaboration with brilliant minds. But fate had grander plans for him. In 1942, Oppenheimer was recruited by U.S. Army General Leslie R. Groves to lead the top-secret Manhattan Project, a daring endeavor to create a nuclear weapon. Alongside a team of exceptional scientists, Oppenheimer worked relentlessly for 3 years, culminating in the successful Trinity test in July 1945. But this triumphant moment was bittersweet, as he realized the terrifying power of his creation. As World War II raged on, the decision to use the atomic bomb weighed heavily on the United States. The devastation witnessed after the bombs were dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki was a chilling reminder of the weapon's immense toll. Oppenheimer confronted President Truman, seeking international controls on nuclear weapons, but his plea fell on deaf ears. The bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki shocked the world and marked the first and only use of nuclear weapons in warfare. The destruction and loss of civilian lives led to Japan's unconditional surrender in 1945, effectively ending World War II. The bombings also sparked international debate about the ethical implications of nuclear warfare and the devastating consequences of these weapons. The United States' decision to use atomic bombs on civilian populations remains a topic of controversy and raises questions about the use of such weapons in modern conflicts. In the aftermath of the bombings, the survivors, known as Hibakusha, faced numerous health challenges due to exposure to radiation. Many suffered from acute injuries, burns, and radiation sickness, while others experienced long-term effects such as increased cancer risks and genetic mutations. Despite his successful scientific and military career, Oppenheimer's internal struggle with guilt persisted. Oppenheimer was fully aware of the immense destructive power of the weapon they were creating. The knowledge that his work would lead to the deaths of thousands of innocent civilians weighed heavily on his conscience. Oppenheimer's internal struggle reached a critical point when the first successful test of an atomic bomb, known as the Trinity test, took place on July 16, 1945, in New Mexico. As the bomb detonated with tremendous force and a blinding flash, Oppenheimer was reportedly reminded of a line from the Hindu scripture, the Bhagavad Gita. "Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds." This profound realization that he had become a harbinger of destruction haunted him deeply. He sought to prevent nuclear war and worked with the U.S. Atomic Energy Commission to control the use of nuclear weapons. Despite his efforts to prevent further nuclear weapon development, Oppenheimer faced personal and professional challenges. During the McCarthy era, he was accused of having communist ties and of opposing the development of the hydrogen bomb. In 1954, the government stripped him of his security clearance, which deeply affected him. Though he was eventually cleared of being a security risk, the damage was done, and Oppenheimer retreated from public life. Oppenheimer retreated into solitude, forsaking research, and turned to sailing with his wife Catherine. The scandal surrounding his clearance haunted him until his death in 1967, leaving behind a legacy of brilliance marred by political turmoil. Today, the world remembers Oppenheimer as the brilliant mind persecuted for grappling with the moral implications of his creation. Hiroshima and Nagasaki, rebuilt from the ashes, stand as reminders of the horrors of nuclear warfare. Yet, humanity has heeded the call for peace, and no nation has dared to use such devastating weapons since. Remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell, so you never miss another intriguing exploration.